Let's see. Heartless with strong cards appear. 5 or higher is 0. Well, can't do that one. I don't want to do premium bonuses. We could do a roulette room. Yeah, 2 dates is one of your top 3 favorite games. Really? I don't... maybe part of it is I never got into Kingdom Hearts until maybe it was too late. What would be the word? Like I played the Kingdom Hearts series when I was, like I said, in college. Map card roulette. Whatever that one is. Looming darkness. But yeah, we wanna do a little bit of grinding in here. Just because. But yeah, so because I played it in college, I had already had the chance to I'd already had the chance to play like better action RPGs, and so it was harder for me to be as excited about Kingdom Hearts, I think, as some people were. My neighbor across the street when I was a kid had Kingdom Hearts, and he was absolutely bananas for it, almost as much almost as bananas for Kingdom Hearts, or almost as much as Dragon Ball Z. Dude was a total fiend for, is that the right word? I don't know. Sounds weird, but whatever, I'll use it. He was super into DBZ. And so, so he would kind of alternate between being a fanboy for one and then a fanboy for other. Let's see. But I remember having to help him with, oh, what was it? The jungle section of, Kingdom Hearts 1. Like, he straight up couldn't deal with it. Okay, so that didn't work. That's fine. Goofy is currently helping. Yeah, that's the one problem with, the Sonic attack. Oh, well, no, I guess that works. Yeah, Goofy Smash is working out fairly well as a alternate for the Sonic Drive. I know it's not Sonic Drive, but I can't remember the real name of it. I am bad, but whatever. Goofy Smash. But yeah, so he would play it, and I thought it was a neat game, but I didn't have a PS2 until I hit middle school, and at that point, well, as usual, I mean, I would say this is kind of a my family thing. As usual with my family, they were always more about using what you have instead of getting new things. So as much as I'd like want extra JRPGs or new games or whatever, they were just like, nope, you are going to, this is your game and you are going to play it. It wasn't bad, but it was, you know, it was very much like I didn't have particularly broad horizons, honestly, until I started college? No, high school. I had a couple of Russian friends, and they lived up to the stereotype very well. One of them, one of them very much was like into military hardware, and like both were very much into computers. Honestly, kind of reminds me personality-wise of Keith and Andrew, but kind of the weird Russian equivalents. You know, one was skeletal and one was skeletal and had weirder opinions compared to the more moderate one, who tends to be quite critical. Oh. The parallels are amusing to me. Anyway, so they were very big into gaming as well, and more or less just had like whole DVDs filled with AAA games that you could just, you know, mount. I think it was Daemon Tools. And so I very distinctly remember, you know, chunks of my childhood-ish? No, I just remember, like, certain LAN parties would end. One of them would be like, hey, Wander, have you played, like, X game? And it's just like, no. Well, here's a DVD with it on it. Also Halo. Also Half-Life. Also... And, like, the list would go on, and so I just ended up playing, like, a bunch of pirated games in high school. Just because, like, it was the only way I had access to any of them. And now I've legitimately bought all of them, because obviously, it, like... piracy is kind of bad for the industry. It's, like, okay for the industry at some times. Like, it's not that it's going to kill the industry, but I generally wouldn't recommend, piracy as a whole. Because, well, that, you know, no money for devs. What if you do end up pirating games? Just buy them after the fact. That's like the most holistic way I can think of. I was really hoping you'd... Nope, that's not gonna work. There we go. Okay. Oh, nope, Moogle won. I was trying to go for the big guys, because enemies guard strong cards sounds kind of useful to me. Okay. Yeah, so I think that actually shot out some Moogle points, but then we immediately got attacked. Oh well. It's any consolation, consoles are expensive in my country. I had a PS1 and PS2 both for a couple years after they came out. Yeah, I mean, it's fine, actually. So, it's not a bad idea to play games, like, well after the fact. In fact, for most people, I would highly recommend waiting. Unless there's, like, some immediacy to, like, wanting to play a game. The best time to play a game is, like, a couple years after the fact. After buying... you know, after all the bugs have been fixed and all the problems have been ironed out and yada yada yada. Nope. Got him. Let's see. I own KH2, but I got an emulator, so you can play it on the road, so no harm done. Oh yeah, I hate how the industry is just like, emulation is bad no matter what. And it's like, no, no, no. Like, I straight up own some of these games, and it's easier for me to emulate them. Like, I own Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, but if I ever do a series on it for YouTube, I'm straight up putting that on, emulating it on my PC and playing it there, because the idea of trying to, like, capture card a Game Boy Advance game just sounds like a nightmare. Same thing with, like, playing it on the road, like, totally. I just, you know, in general. Okay. Is this the way I want to go? No, actually, we're right next to the exit, so we want to drop down here. Okay, so we need something with 5. Let's do Tranquil Darkness. I don't really like Tranquil Darkness. I can just run past most enemies. Is it just me, or all the rooms starting to look the same? Dude, that's been this entire game. Maybe we're just going in circles. Some help she was. I think you might have ruffled her feathers, Donald. Tink, what are you doing? You aren't supposed to bring the pirates with you. Stay back, pirates, or this will be the last fight you pick. What's the big deal? We're not pirates. We're only here because, why are we here, Sora? Huh? How am I supposed to know, Donald? Goofy, what do you think? Gosh, beats me. Okay, I understand. Sora, Donald, Goofy, right? I guess if you were real pirates, you would get lost on your own ship. Plus, you're dressed funny. Here you go again. Wait, so if you thought we were pirates, this must be a pirate ship. That's right, you're trapped inside the Jolly Roger. Ship of the old codfish, Captain Hook. Well, if we're trapped, that means you are too. Me, don't be silly. No one can capture Peter Pan. I'm just laying low until it's time to spring my plan. What plan's that? The pirates kidnapped my friend Wendy. She's got to be somewhere on this ship. I didn't expect there to be so many pirates on watch, though. I sent Tink to look around for a way, around, but all she found was you. I bet I know what Tink had in mind. If we all make a big enough racket, we can distract the pirates. Gosh, you must have read her mind. So how about it? Let's work together, at least until we get above deck. Well, why not? Of course, I could save Wendy myself if I wanted to, but you guys look like you'd be stuck without me. Don't you have any manners? Why was Donald lovingly staring at Sora's crotch? I mean, when you are crotch height, that's pretty much all you can see. There's a I think a false quote attributed to Jeffrey Davis. I think that's his name, the actor for Gimli. That pretty much the entire movie he was crotch height, so he kept seeing Uruk-hai dick. But I think he was actually one of the I think he was actually straight up one of the tallest members of the cast. So that's not true. Peter Jackson, on the other hand, I think is quite short, actually. What difficulty is this? This is easy. I'm more interested in getting to Kingdom Hearts 3 than I am in actually having a proper challenge here.
This is it.
I'd love to actually have maybe a challenge on one of these, but then again, really all Easy does is just makes it so I never have to grind. I can just be like, well, whatever, just gonna plow through the game. I don't know, I'm sure there's other, like, reasonable benefits, but I'm lazy. Because I still have how many games left to go? We've got a couple of movies. Luckily, I think immediately after Kingdom Hearts, Chain of Memories is actually another movie. Or is the first movie, because there's the movie for 358/2, I think? And then after that, it's Kingdom Hearts 2. What challenge? The strats always have 0, 1 click to the left, mash triangle on the magic cards. Maybe. I'm mostly just using Sonic Blade because, it wrecked Riku. And that was something I rather appreciated. Are you serious? I guess I'll just hit him. I could use Sonic Blade, but I don't think it's actually necessary here. But no, realistically, except for the boss fights...
Fire! Freeze! Goofy.
Except for the boss fights, most of this game is pretty easy. It's just the boss fights are kind of mean. Wow, he is, real garbage.
Heal. Peter Pan.
Captain Stab'em's at the ready.
Yeah. This is it.
That was weird. The guy who couldn't finish the game leveling up Slight, so this time around I only mass leveled CP and did 3 HP by the time I got to 40. I've mostly been leveling Slights and CP, actually. I'm trying to avoid leveling HP. Mainly because the build guide I was reading said not to. Just get the most ridiculous Slights you can get instead. Also, thanks for the bits, Greg. Okay, let's not use Sonic Blade on the only flying enemy I can't hit. I'm not actually sure what its ability is, or does it just honk at me? Is it me, or has Peter Pan always seemed very full of himself? That's because Peter Pan is is actually straight up evil. Like, lore-wise? Sorry. Lore-wise, Peter Pan is potentially worse than Captain Hook. If you actually read, like, the books, Peter Pan, like, would not allow any kind of, like, dissension in the ranks. Oh, right, we do want to keep hitting these guys. Like, I think he killed some of the Lost Boys for, like, disagreeing with him. At some point, or, like, maybe trying to leave. I think he straight up kidnapped the Lost Boys. Like, most of the Lost Boys were, did not belong in Neverland. I mean, obviously, they're the Lost Boys, but they were lost a little bit more on purpose than the Disney movie ever let on. Which, like, is pretty messed up. Sorry, mildly distracted. Trying to... Come on. Oh, the horn guys are healers, of course. How many do we have to fight? There's a lot here. Okay, well, I can't hit these guys any other way. The show Once Upon a Time made Pan a complete sociopath. Because he is, like, no joke, Peter Pan is not supposed to be a good person.
Peter Pan. Donald.
Like, as a kid, I used to kind of admire Neverland, you know, never growing up, all that kind of thing. And then I think my mother, decided to, like, read, you know, the original source material or something. She's like, you don't really want this. You really don't. Heartless attack relentlessly. Well, that's fine. I'm kind of wrecking them. I'd prefer to pick a level where they're not flying, though. That's kind of an annoyance. Maybe I'll go back to Agrabah or something. Maybe. Maybe not. Third Disney-based Peter Pan on. Yep. Nope. I've got generally... Nope. I'm just going to spam cast cards here. I could do other things. But this is fine.
Yeah.
Get him, Groby! I could live being in my late 20s, early 30s in a loop. I could too! You know, it would certainly be nice, come on! It's not that they're uninterruptible, it's that I'm stun locked. It's kind of annoying. Oh well. Oops.
This is it. This is it. Yeah. Ha.
Okay, I'm just gonna sick Goofy at them.
Heal.
Mainly get my health back.
This is it.
Man, they're always just slightly above.
Yeah.
Okay, so honestly, most of my slights aren't very good in this area. Ooh, new one. Lethal Frame. What's this one do? Okay. Stop time and deal multiple blows on an enemy. Ooh. Anyone know if that one's any good? I have no idea.
This is it.
I'm gonna just destroy them.
This is it.
Okay. Well, that was quick. That was a lot faster.
Yeah.
Okay, Lethal Frame is super good. Chain of Memory's version of Omni Slash. Alright. I guess I shouldn't be trying to grab these. Okay. So I'll see if I can, set up some Lethal Frame combos. Right. I should probably just hit these guys. Because, yeah, these guys are super... These guys are super vulnerable to Sonic Blade. Incredibly so, honestly. There we go. And can't hit this guy. You know who can? Oops. I was trying to max out Peter Pan, but I guess it didn't work. Alright, well, that's fine. Okay. Break this. Nothing interesting. I probably shouldn't be looking for Moogle points in this room. This is a bad room for it. Okay. So 15. Well. Really? Oh, blue. Then I think we already got this one. Yeah, we did. Okay, so what's in here? Water.
Yeah.
I guess you... Huh.
Yeah.
Wonder how pirates dealt with, fresh water. Did they, like, Did they, like, figure out how to source it themselves? Or did they have to do other things? Like, just carry it around. Hey, Thunder Raid! There we go. I didn't actually realize it didn't already have Thunder Raid. Oh, and there goes the, arrow spell, but whatever.
This is it.
Yeah, I wish Sonic Blade would always just focus on the foes that could actually hit. I guess it's not that big of a deal. Well, there we go. Yeah, they carried around barrels of it, if I recall. Man, that must have been so weird. The idea of, like, you know, I guess nobody really ever, like, discovered this. Oh, we've gone the absolute wrong direction for this one. You know, out on the high seas, plenty of water, but can't drink a drop. The element blades are good for air. Like, the fire raid? I've never had any success with fire raid hitting air enemies. Unless there's a different slate that I don't know about. Very possibly. Okay, so we're actually plowing through this pretty quick.
Yeah.
Relatively quick. Item. Card. Thunder. Not a very good Thunder card, though. That's unfortunate. Add a little bit of alcohol to the fresh water before drinking to make it sterile. Clever.
This is it. This is it.
That is actually really clever. Makes sense, too. Makes perfect sense. Alright, we get another key to rewards. I don't know if we have any more of those special rooms, though. I guess rainwater is also another, rainwater is absolutely, like, another easy example of, like, easy way to get, water out on the high seas. Sorry. I'm trying to focus... I'm trying to focus on the hornswogglers, or whatever we want to call them. Unfortunately, that's a nuisance. It was not working. Freshwater would rot without alcohol. Stored in wooden barrels. Oh, because it would rot the wood. So the alcohol would keep bacteria... Bacteria? Or, well... Kind of? Huh. Also, this is not the direction I was supposed to go, apparently. I guess we were supposed to take the other way around. It's interesting how, uncompromising. The level design is here. I was kind of hoping you could take alternate paths, but I guess this is the best they can get. Wow. I didn't realize that was a thing. I guess the elemental raids do have the ability to hit enemies up high. I still wish Sonic Blade would, actually. But I guess it's not the end of the world that it doesn't. Bottomless darkness. Oh, that's okay. Let's see. So we should probably just get out of here. I would like to finish this level off. It would be hilarious if I could actually beat Sora's whole section tonight, but I find that highly unlikely.